Hey there, Rachel. I just wanted to talk to you about our wedding photos real quick. I know that your dress was a big hit and all, but my parents were wondering if you wouldn't also be able to get some photos done in a more traditional dress as well. I'm really sorry to bug you with this. I know it's silly.
No, you warned me something like this might happen. And I'm just glad they're letting me wear it for the wedding. Of course I can go and get some photos done of me in something that's more suited to their taste.
Thanks so much for understanding. You know how old-fashioned my parents can be. I actually can't believe they're asking you to do this.
Well, don't worry. It's not a big deal. Besides, I know that my grandma was also wanting to see me in a more traditional dress as well. So, your mom isn't the only person that's going to get something out of doing this. In fact, if we are going to do this, we might want to go out and buy some nice picture frames that we can give to our relatives as well. Since I'm sure some of the older relatives would prefer to have a physical photo over a digital version.
Yeah, actually, my mom was just complaining about how nobody ever gives pictures anymore. But I guess it's just a generational gap kind of thing. I really don't care one way or the other how the photos get to them in the end, personally.
Well, since we're going to go through all this trouble already, we might as well do it right and get a frame. Besides, it'll be another good excuse to have my hair and makeup done.
You know, if you're starting to feel the more traditional dress, we could always go and talk to our planner about adjusting the wedding plan to have you wearing that instead.
No. I really do like the dress that I've picked out, and it'll be a huge hassle to pick out another one.
Oh, I know, but I'm just saying that my parents really would like to see you in something more traditional. And as their eldest child, I guess I just feel like I have this obligation to try to at least do that for them. I mean, I want them to enjoy the ceremony after all.
I understand that, but you realize that our marriage shouldn't be about trying to make your relatives happy, right? I mean, there are things I know my parents would rather we do, but this should be about what we want.
But that's kind of unfair. I mean, you say that, but you mean it more of a spiritual kind of sense. When did your parents pass away again?
You know that both my parents died when I was only 4 years old, and that I've been raised by my grandma ever since.
And your grandpa died even before both of your parents did, right? I really do think that it's just incredible that your grandma was able to raise you all by herself. I'm sure she must have cared a lot about you to do that sort of thing.
Yes, it certainly wasn't easy for her. Although my parents had life insurance policies that certainly helped Grandma be there for me after they passed.
I see. And I bet whatever they left her and you in their wills went pretty far as well, huh?
Yeah, I mean that might have helped her out a little, but as far as I know, my grandma actually didn't touch much of what my parents left behind. She always said that she wanted to preserve as much of it for me as she could. And I've really only used it to help pay for going to college, so I think it's all mostly intact.
Hold on a second. Are you telling me that you still have most of your parents' money even after you've paid for tuition and all that? I mean, doesn't that basically mean that you're really rich then?
I really don't know if this money classify me as rich, but my parents must have been very good at saving up. And like I said, Grandma never touched it. She put most of the money into a fund, so it really only kept growing until I was old enough to use it.
I see. So then if it's been growing this whole time and you've hardly used it, then there still must be a ton of money left, right? You'll be fine all the way until you get old and gray.
I mean, that certainly is what I'm hoping for. I just have to be vigilant and spend responsibly until then.
Well, you're one of the most mature, level-headed people I know, so I doubt you'll have a problem with that at all. In fact, I really respect that about you.
Oh, come on. I think you're over-exaggerating. It's not that big of a deal.
And on top of that, you're just so humble, too. Really is incredible.
You always said that, but you know that I don't mean to be on purpose anyways. I guess growing up without my parents has just made me really grateful for the things that I do have. After all, I had my fair share of people who assumed that I was just some vagrant who never learned how to behave all because I grew up without my parents.
You're kidding me! Why in the world would someone treat a child like that after they've already been through so much?
I don't know. I guess a lot of people in the world just have misconceptions about this sort of thing. But I was raised by my grandma, and she made sure that I knew my manners and how to treat others. Of course, there have been plenty of times in my past where I always wondered what I'd be doing if my parents were still alive. even now that we're getting married, I'm always thinking about how they'll never get to meet you.
I understand that, but I want you to know that my family really doesn't mind at all about your circumstances. You're the one I love, and that's all that matters. Besides, you still came out a kind, mature, and caring person. So it just goes to show that those other people have no idea what they're talking about. I really am so happy that you and I are going to be getting married.
Thank you so much, Liam. You really do know just how to make a girl blush. Do you know that?
Well, we are getting married soon. If I didn't know how to make you smile, then what kind of husband would that make me?
Hey, Liam, I was just wondering if you took any money out of my wallet. I went to the bank to take out some money that I need to spend on the house this month, but I just looked inside my wallet and it's completely empty. I have no idea where the money is.
Oh yeah, that. I actually took all the money from your wallet this morning when I left the house.
But I was going to use that money to buy us groceries for the next couple of weeks. Don't tell me that you've already spent it all. What happened to your money? You know that we still have a week until you finally get paid, right?
I know, but last month there wasn't all that much work coming in, so my paycheck ended up being a lot smaller than what we were used to.
But you should know that if you don't get that much work, then it means we'll have to tighten our belts for the next month, right?
Well, I don't know what you want me to say. I still have clients to meet, business lunches to have. There's no way I can cut back on my spending.
Well, maybe you should stop looking for more clients and just take as much work as you can from your current ones then.
I would, but I was just so busy last month with meetings and the like that I really didn't have any time to work at all. It's really tough out there, you know?
Liam, I've been thinking, maybe it's time that you go out and look for some more regular employment. I mean, you quit your job last year wanting to freelance, but you've basically just been begging all your old clients from your company for work.
Hey, come on, how could you ask that of me? Don't you know how hard I'm working already? I mean, if you really have a problem with how much money I make, then why don't you go out and get a job and contribute a little too, huh?
But you're still avoiding what I'm trying to say. You're too busy looking for more work when you should just be doing the work that you have. And just what did you end up spending all of our money on in the first place? You're always staying out late after work and not coming home until the middle of the night. I know that you're always talking about how busy with work you are, but what exactly is it that you're doing?
What do you want me to say? I'm working, I'm meeting clients, I'm having more meetings. There's a lot going on, and I don't see why I should have to break down my schedule for you like this right now.
Well, do you really think that you need so many meetings? I mean, isn't the whole part of freelancing that you're kind of a one-man team? Even if you do need these meetings, I don't see why you always need to spend money for them. Can't you just arrange to do something online and from home?
Ugh. You really think I want to coop myself up in the house all day and never leave? Is that the life you think I want to live?
Well, I'm sorry, but you hardly seem to get any real work that pays money done when you're not in the house. I know that you have a lot going on, but you need to rein the spending in. I mean, we don't even have enough money to get through the month now.
Well, then we can just start to dip into our savings. I don't really see what the big deal is. I mean, you still have the money your parents left you, right?
Liam, you and I have talked about this already. I told you that I don't want to touch that money unless we really need to. So please stop always bringing it up when you're the one who needs better spending habits.
Man, you really can be such a cheapskate sometimes. Do you know that?
Excuse me? Do you really think that I'm being cheap right now? I am literally asking you to do the bare minimum of financial literacy.
Well, I don't get it. What's the point of having all that money if you're not going to use it? And if you're not going to use it, then the least you could do is go out and work. I mean, you hardly contribute anything. Do you realize that?
Okay, but at least I have a regular job in an office with a steady paycheck.
But you could be doing more. Why don't you go and do some trainings or seek out a promotion or something like that? Why don't you aim higher?
Liam, there are both ways that we could each be earning more money. But if you're not making it through the money with what you earn, it isn't fair to expect me to cover for that.
How could you say something as heartless as that? When I got married, I thought it was because we would be there for each other in our times of need. But instead, you always twist everything around into being my fault when I'm not even doing anything. And then you're always acting as if there's nothing that you could be improving on. Even though your position in your company isn't that great and all, and you still look down on me. But what else could someone expect from a girl who doesn't have any parents?
Excuse me? You did not actually just send me that message, did you?
I'm just saying it because it's true. You didn't grow up being raised properly by your parents, and so it's no wonder that you turned out like this. If you think that I'm being unreasonable, it's probably more just the fact that I'm right about this and you know it.
Liam, what is the matter with you? Why would you bring up my parents like this? Besides, you know very well that work that my grandma put into raising me ever since I lost my parents. You should know better than to say something like that.
Well, I'm only telling the truth. You really don't know how to behave well with others, and this is the proof of it. I mean, your grandma's probably just spoiled you anyways because she felt sorry for you. So even if she did raise you, it's clear that she couldn't have done a very good job of it.
I don't even know what to say to that right now. I mean, why in the world are you having to bring my grandma into this as well? I don't get it. What has gotten into you to treat me this way?
Oh boy, here we go. It's all fine and dandy when you're telling me how I can improve myself. But the moment I start to talk about you, it's woe is me this, I'm an orphan that. You can't keep hiding behind these same excuses.
I seriously can't believe that you're acting like this. It's honestly really disappointing, Liam. I didn't think you were this kind of a person.
Well, that's your problem. You think that the whole world needs to stop and bend over backwards for you just because your rich parents died and left you all their money. I mean, don't you realize there are children on the other side of the world going hungry every day? Don't you ever think about them? Because maybe you should the next time that I tell you we don't have enough money and need more. Got it?
Excuse me, Liam, but why in the world did I just pull out a woman's necklace from your backpack? It certainly isn't one of mine.
Wait, what? Just what in the world do you think you're doing going through my backpack, huh?
I was cleaning up around the house and seeing if you had anything clothes in there that needed washing.
Why would there be clothes in my backpack? Why are you going through people's things that don't belong to you? Don't you touch my things ever again. I seriously can't believe you did that. What is the matter with you, Rachel?
But you still haven't told me whose necklace this is. I mean, I already said that it's not mine, and it certainly doesn't seem like it's something you'd wear.
It's a present. There, now can you quit asking so many questions?
It's a present. That's it? Is it a present for someone or did you get it from someone? Can you be any more specific?
Ugh, whatever. Really doesn't matter at all about that. Point is that it's not yours and has nothing to do with you.
Liam, if you're cheating on me, then just be honest about that. I mean, is this why you've been coming home so late recently?
And so what if I'm having some fun on the side, huh? Name a single man who doesn't cheat now and then.
I really am not interested in whatever excuses you've come up for yourself, Liam. Besides, this necklace isn't cheap. In fact, I know this piece and it's very expensive. So if it's got nothing to do with me and you're not wearing it, then who are you planning to give this to? How much did this even cost?
I think that necklace set me back about $1,500 or so.
And you were going to give such an expensive present to the woman that you're cheating on me with? Just where did you get all that money to buy something like this in the first place, huh?
Oh, come on. You know I don't have that kind of money normally. What do you think I spent all that money that I stole out of your wallet on, huh? Even that wasn't enough to cover paying for the necklace, if I can be honest.
So you stole all my money and it still wasn't enough? Then how did you afford it? Do you have some secret second job?
No, it's nothing like that at all either. If you must know, I had to open up a new credit card to be able to afford it.
So then you bought the necklace on credit? You didn't even have the money to actually get it? What is the matter with you? Why would you do something that's stupid?
Because it's not like we can't afford it. After all, you have all your parents' money, right? So why don't you just use that to pay off my debt?
I told you already, Liam. That is not what that money is for. Do you understand? And stop always looking for ways to use that money.
You're always talking about how that money's for emergencies only and all that. But now that I'm in one, you don't want to help me. I thought that we were husband and wife. What's yours should be mine, right? So just let me use that money already.
The money is for real emergencies only. Not because you bought some horribly expensive necklace thinking I'd just let you use it. And more than anything, I want that money to serve as retirement account for us when we're older. Besides, do you really think that I'm going to use the money that my late parents left me to buy gifts for the woman you're cheating on me with?
You go on and on about how it's your money, but it should be our money. We're husband and wife, and I should have a say about how the money is spent as well.
And I am telling you that that's not going to happen, especially not after today. I'm not going to give you a single cent from my parents' money, especially not to spend on something completely inappropriate like this.
Come on! I'm your husband. I'm in trouble. Just help me out a little here, please.
It is not going to happen, Liam. So just drop it now before you make things worse for yourself.
I can't believe you. Here I thought that you loved me, but I guess I was wrong about you. I thought I could count on you to help me, but here you are nagging me instead. I just can't believe that I let myself get married to a cheap old hag like you. But I guess you're just like your grandma now, aren't you?
Liam, stop bringing up my grandma. She has nothing to do with this at all.
And what are you gonna do about it? How are you gonna stop me talking about your lousy old tottering grandma? The woman who couldn't raise you right and set you on the path to become a horrible person that you are today. But I guess she did her best to raise someone whose parents would rather be dead than live with them. How could I ever think that it would be possible to start a family with someone as messed up as you are?
How could you say these things? You're just horrible. I thought that you were different than the bullies I used to deal with.
I don't even think that you were bullied now. I think you just had people who recognized that you weren't raised right and were trying to set you straight. Maybe if you listened to them more than your stupid grandma, and you might have turned out normal like the rest of us. Either way, the joke's on me because I'm the one that married you.
Liam, honestly, what has gotten into you? You never ever used to talk this way about anyone before. Why now?
I know exactly why I'm talking to you this way. You're the one who's putting money before your own husband.
That's not what I'm doing, and you know it. Stop twisting the situation around to make me look bad.
Oh, you mean it doesn't feel good when your partner does that to you? Whatever. I don't know why I bothered trying to deal with you anyways. I should have known you'd be too selfish to listen to me. You've always been nothing but a selfish child who was never raised right and will never understand what it's like to be a normal person. But I'll make you pay for what you're doing to me now.
Liam, you've been out of the house since yesterday. You didn't come home last night at all. Where are you? I really wanted to talk to you more about your debt and this other woman that you're talking to. Please don't run away like this. Just come home so that we can talk.
You think that I'm running away? That's not what I'm doing at all.
Well then, where are you right now? What are you doing?
Honestly, when did you turn into such a nag, huh? Why do I always have to tell you everything that I'm doing?
What do you mean? I just don't know where you are, and I'm worried about you.
If you must know, I'm here with your grandma. She's apologizing to me right now.
Wait a second. Why are you with my grandma? Why in the world would she be apologizing to you? What did you do to her? I thought I told you to leave her out.
Well, you can only blame yourself for this. After all, you kept upsetting me.
You better not lay a finger on my grandma, or I'll make you sorry.
I'm just making her take responsibility for your actions.
My actions? You really are a piece of trash, do you know that?
I'm afraid I'll have to make your grandma apologize for that one as well.
I don't understand. Why are you doing this? Why are you putting the only family I have through all of this? You're the one in the wrong here.
And just what are you going to do about it?
I'm going to make you take responsibility for what you've done.
And just how are you going to do that? I haven't done anything wrong at all. You're the bad guy here.
You're just looking to blame everyone but yourself, but I won't hold back anymore. Hey there, Liam. I just thought you should know that your parents are here apologizing to me.
Wait, what? What do you mean?
I mean that I went to their house. But it isn't just your parents who were there. Your grandparents were there too. And they are all here apologizing for the trouble that you've caused my grandma and I.
What kind of game are you playing?
I'm not playing any kind of game. I'm just having a little chat is all.
What are you up to? Why would they all apologize to you anyways?
Well, I told them about how you were stealing money out of my wallet to try and cover for your own debts. I told him about how you quit your job and how we've barely been making ends meet ever since. I told him about the necklace that I found on my bag that you bought for some other woman. I also told him about how you were going to ask me to pay for it. And finally, I told him that you tried to pin the blame for all this on my grandma failing to bring me up right.
Why did you drag my family into this?
I thought it was only fair after what you did. Besides, now all of them agree that you and I should get a divorce.
I only wanted a little money from you. Is that really so wrong of me?
That's not what you did that was wrong. But you stole from me, and you expected to be able to live off of my parents' money after I told you it was for the future. Ever since we got married, you acted like I never ever do enough for you. And whenever I expressed a concern, you act as if I'm looking down on you. But now I've explained to your family exactly the kind of man you are. And I'm going to make sure that you never treat me or my family that way ever again.
But then, you're really gonna leave me over this? Come on, don't be ridiculous. Hello? Are you even reading these anymore? Rachel? Please answer me. We can talk this out, can't we? Hello?
After Liam's whole family apologized to me, Liam's father sent his son a strongly worded message demanding that he apologize to me as well. I didn't think that he'd really do it, but Liam showed up at his family's house in about an hour and was on his hands and knees begging for forgiveness. Even after all that, I told him that I still wanted the divorce in light of the fact that he was cheating on me. His family all agreed, and Liam's father even offered me the card of a good lawyer. After the divorce, Liam was forced to pay a huge fine for his affair. This pushed him even deeper into debt, as he had to take out loans to afford it. After realizing how little money he really had, I heard that Liam's girl on the side ended up fleeing town to avoid getting into any legal trouble. I was worried when he told me about the necklace, that Liam had somehow gotten access to the account with my parents' money. It turns out he got extra money by borrowing from some very shady people. I heard news one day of a black van showing up at Liam's house, men getting out, and dragging Liam in the van. I haven't heard a word about it since. I apologized for getting my grandma caught up in this mess and suggested she come and live with me since Liam was gone. I thought that after all this time, it was my turn to take care of her. Thank you for watching. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to see more content like this. Hey, Carlos, are you there? I have something I'd like to talk to you about really quick.
Oh, wow. Frida? It's been a while since I've gotten a message from my own little sister. What's up?
Well, the thing is that I'm kind of really worried about Mom.
You're worried about Mom? I don't get it. Is she in trouble or something like that? Why would you be worried about her?
Her and I were actually talking on the phone yesterday, you see. And she just didn't sound like herself at all. I don't know, it was like all the energy had been sucked out of her or something like that.
And you think that's weird? That just kind of sounds like Mom, if you ask me.
You really think that's normal? You mean that she's not stuck and hasn't been feeling bad or anything like that?
No, she hasn't been sick or anything as far as I know. And did Mom even say that she was feeling bad to you or something? I imagine she probably told you she was feeling normal.
Well, yes. She did say that she was feeling okay, but something was off. I could hear it in her voice.
I don't know. Maybe it's just an age thing? You know how people slow down and lose their energy quicker when they're older. You're always talking about how your mother-in-law just sleeps in all day, right?
Well, yeah, but that's because my mother-in-law is much older than our mom. I'm not sure you can compare the two.
You know, I really hate to be the one to break this to you, sis, but our mom is no spring chicken anymore. You know that, right? She's getting older, and that's something that's only going to continue. But you must be having a pretty hard time having to take care of your mother-in-law like that, right?
It is really hard most times, yes, but Lisa, my mother-in-law, is really a sweet woman and does her best to make it easier on me.
I see. But still, don't you think it would just be better to throw her in a home and just be done with it?
No, I don't think the situation is quite that dire yet. I don't have any problem looking after her for now. Besides, it is nice that we all live together, so Juan can help out from time to time too.
Man, what a weird guy. I mean, the moment Mom needs help taking care of herself, I'm throwing her straight into a retirement home. But, you know, she's always saying how she thinks she'd prefer that to me helping her as well. She knows that I have my handful with the kids here and don't have time for her.
Well, if that's really what Mom says she wants to do in the future, then I guess I won't say anything. But I personally think it'd be best to keep her at home for as long as possible before finding a retirement home.
I thought you just said that you weren't going to say anything. You sure broke that promise fast.
Look, Carlos, I know that taking care of an aging parent can seem daunting at first. But isn't that part of why we live in these multi-generational homes anyways? I think we should be grateful for the chance to be so close to our parents. Oh, of course, I kind of already figured that you were pretty against looking after Mom in any way.
Well, the biggest difference is that when Mom does need that help, I'll be able to actually give it to her by putting her in a home. Because unlike your poor husband, I work for a top-level company and make a ton of money.
Carlos, come on. Please don't talk about Juan that way. Why can't you just keep those kinds of thoughts to yourself?
Because it's my life, and if I want to talk about it, I will. If you don't like it, then you should have chosen a better husband.
Ugh. Seriously, why are you always like this? Don't you realize that nobody finds this charming or endearing? I think it's great that you work for such a big company, but why does that make you want to put everyone else down? You know that one day something unfortunate is going to happen to you, and you'll have driven everyone who would have helped you away.
You're just jealous. And besides, I'm only telling the truth, and maybe when the truth changes, then I'll change my tune.
Okay, well, I want you to know that I think the world of my husband and think that he's an amazing man.
Oh, yeah. Sure. I'm sure he's just a great guy. But you try telling him that at least I can afford to put my mother into a home when she needs it. Anyways, I've got some things I need to attend to, so I'm going to go.
Right. Well, I am sorry for bugging you while you're at work. Please tell Mom I said hi. Hey, Carlos. I was just curious. Is Mom asleep right now or something? I'm trying to call her, but she isn't picking up or answering my text.
You're asking me about what Mom is doing? I really don't know. Why do you think I'd have any clue about that anyways?
Is Mom not in the house right now? I'm confused. How could you not know what she's up to?
Oh, right. She had a little dinner party with her friends. That's where she is right now.
Oh, I see. Well, I just wanted to call Mom because my mother-in-law passed away.
Really? Wow, that's awesome. You're finally free. You don't have to worry about taking care of that brat ever again.
Carlos, what is the matter with you? I just told you that someone has died.
Well, I'm just being honest with you. I mean, you are free now, right? You don't even have any parents-in-law to worry about now.
Carlos, please. I'm just crushed about this. I really am sad about Lisa's passing.
Yeah, but you should have known that she wasn't really long for this world at all, right? But anyways, why did you want to tell Mom about all this?
Well, because I was talking to Mom about how Lisa wasn't doing well, and Mom mentioned wanting to go to her funeral when it happened.
I see. Well, I hope you don't think that I was going to go to some funeral for an old lady I barely even knew.
No, I didn't really expect that you would go, to be honest. But don't worry, I really don't expect much out of you at all.
I'll just buy a card or something and give it to Mom so that she can give it to your husband. It really is the least I can afford. Literally. Maybe I'll even throw in some flowers if I'm feeling generous.
Great. I'm sure those gestures will be greatly appreciated.
Anyways, even if this old woman is dead, you probably even weren't in her will, right? Don't you think that's messed up? You took care of her for 3 years, and she doesn't even leave you anything?
I really wasn't taking care of Lisa with the expectation that I'd be making any money from it.
Yeah. You're such a saint, aren't you? But just know that I can't let Mom be over there for too long. She's got to be back at the house soon.
But Carlos, I was hoping that Mom could stay over here with us for at least a week or something.
I'm sorry, but that just isn't going to work with my wife at all. You're going to cause some serious trouble for us.
Well, what's going on with Lucia? Why would it cause trouble for you?
Because if Mom isn't at home, then that means that she'll have to take over doing the work that Mom does. You know that we have kids to deal with her, right? That's why we need Mom here to keep the house clean and do all the cooking for us.
Carlos, please. I'm asking for a week with Mom. Are you really going to deny me that? I can't even remember the last time that I got to see Mom at this point.
Well, That's because you made the choice to become a live-in nurse for your mother-in-law. Don't go blaming other people for your choices.
I know that I was taking care of Lisa for a long time, but still.
I'm sorry, but here at my house, we have rules. And the most important rule is no free rides. We're not just going to hold on to Mom's stuff so she can go on some vacation.
Carlos, please. You know that this isn't going to be a vacation. She's going to be here helping with the funeral and spending time with Juan and I. Besides, it already sounds like you're making her do an awful lot of work, don't you think?
And just what is wrong with that? She's the one who moved into our place, not the other way around. If she wants to stay here, then she has to earn her keep. Besides, she agreed that we'd split up the work around the house when she first came to live with us here.
I know that, and I understand the situation, but I'm just saying that we should let Mom have a little rest too, don't you think? Is one measly week really going to bring your whole house to a grinding halt?
I am telling you that 1 week is going to be too much, and that should be enough for you. If she goes for a week, I'll consider her moved out of the house.
If you really need her help that much, then why don't you just hire a cleaning service for the week that she's gone? You're always going on about how much money you have and how good your salary is.
And I have so much money because I don't waste it on frivolous things like cleaning services when I have a perfectly good mother who can clean up after me instead.
I really just don't even know what to say to that. You're just impossible to talk to sometimes, do you know that?
Well, good. Then don't talk to me. But just know that Mom is living in my house, so you can't just take her out whenever you want without asking me first. I'm already being kind enough to let her go to the funeral, but once it's over, she needs to come straight back home. And I don't want to hear another word about it from you.
Carlos, what is the matter with you? I seriously don't even know what to say. Just what kind of hell have you been putting our poor mom through?
What in the world are you talking about right now?
Well, after the funeral, we all went out for dinner, and then all of a sudden, Mom just burst out into tears. She said it was the first time in a long time that she had gotten to eat a warm dinner. What have you been feeding Mom to make her say that? Because she told me that you only ever let her eat scraps and leftovers.
Oh, is that what she was talking about? What about it?
What about it? Well, that's just what I want to know. What is that? What are you doing to our mom? Why can't she just eat normally?
Well, a while back, Mom wouldn't get off our backs about not wasting food and even had the nerve to say something to my wife about it. So, ever since then, we've only been feeding her the leftovers to teach her a lesson about showing gratitude to us.
Are you kidding me? Please tell me that's a joke or something. Carlos, how could you do that?
I really don't know what you're even talking to me about this when it's Mom's fault for being so annoying about it.
But I mean, I just really can't see our mom snapping at someone over something like that. Are you sure that she wasn't just trying to gently ask you both not to waste so much food?
It doesn't really matter what tone of voice she took. The fact of the matter is that she was disrespectful, and that's why my problem with her was.
But you were the one saying that you'd be able to provide for our mom because of all the money you had. But you're not actually doing anything like that at all, are you?
Hello? Are you forgetting the part where I'm letting our mom live with us? I think giving someone a roof over their head is reason enough to be grateful. Don't you? Besides, everyone who knows that I'm letting our mom live with me says that I'm doing a really nice thing. So what do you think about that?
Are you really going to try and pretend like that's not just because you're letting them see what you want them to see? Besides, you were telling me that you all split the work around the house, but Mom tells me that she's been taking care of the kids, cleaning the house, and doing all of the cooking.
You have no idea what you're talking about at all. My wife and I do plenty around the house, and that old bat has some serious nerve talking behind our back. And you're just as bad for believing her without any proof of anything that she's saying at all.
I just don't get it. You know, I was suspicious when you first let Mom start to live with you. It just seems so unlike you.
Well, if you have a problem with the way that I'm taking care of Mom, then you can have her. After all, your mother-in-law just died, right? So how about I give you something new to take care of?
Okay, fine then. We'll do just that. I've already asked my husband, and he said he had no problem with it.
You mean that you're really going to take Mom off our hands? You're just going to drop from taking care of one old lady to the next? You really are an idiot. But far be it from us to stop you from doing this. You're only doing us a favor.
You really have no idea what you're talking about at all, do you? But I guess you'll realize the mistake you've made soon enough.
Oh, please. We had one rule, and that was that you had to earn your keep. And honestly, Mom barely kept up her end of the deal. I already know that my wife is going to be so pleased to know that she won't have to deal with my mother anymore.
I'm just telling you now that you are going to regret this. I'll make sure of that.
Oh, yeah? I'm so scared. You're really going to make me regret not having to deal with our old decrepit mom anymore.
Well, you do realize that the new house that you built is on the land that Mom and Dad own, right? I mean, I already know that Mom gave you the down payment to start construction on the new place. You go on and on about how much money you make and what a success you are, but I really don't think you're nearly as rich as you let on. But you should know that I'm never handing Mom back over to you.
What are you even talking about? I wouldn't even want Mom back if you begged me to take her off your hands. Hey, Frida, did you change Mom's phone number?
I did, actually. Why do you want to know? Were you trying to get in contact with her?
Look, I just need you to talk to Mom and ask her to come back and live with us again. Please, I'm serious about this.
Wait, what? What is this all of a sudden? Don't you know Mom is going to be living with me from now on? I already told you that I was never going to let her go back and live with you or your family.
Please, you don't understand. Things are really falling apart here. The house hasn't been cleaned only since Mom left. And the kids are running around and just making things worse. And my wife, she walked out of the house and hasn't come back in a few days now.
And just what does any of that have to do with our mom living with you?
Please, when Mom was here to do all the housework, it was so much better. I thought we might be fine without her, but I was dead wrong. And I need her back.
Well, have you even tried cleaning up around the house on your own?
Are you out of your mind? I have a job. I can't just come home and be expected to clean up and cook as well.
Well, it sounds to me now that your wife has left. You're the only one who can do that kind of work.
Please, just send Mom back here just a little while. Just until the house is clean, and then you can have her back. I swear.
So you want me to send our mom to your house so that she can clean up your house like some sort of maid? You really need to wake up and face the facts, Carlos. Your whole family life revolved around exploiting our elderly mother. She's already told me about how neither of you nor your wife ever did any work around the house and left it all for her.
Well, I remember that Lucila came to me once telling me that Mom was bullying her about not doing anything around the house. But Mom said she wasn't doing anything like that at all.
And let me guess, you took your wife's side over our mom's. You really are a moron, do you know that? Why don't you just open your eyes and see who is actually doing the work around the house? I'm sure if you even cared to pay attention, you'd see that it was Mom doing all of the work all of the time. But you couldn't even offer to help her out even once? You couldn't even let her rest or have a single day off?
What part of me having a job and having to go to work every day to earn money don't you get?
You know, my husband has a job too, and he still comes home and will help clean and even cook when I ask him to. We don't use our jobs or other things as excuses to get out of what we need to do.
Don't you pretend like your loser husband and I are even close to being in the same tier. I'm leagues above him.
Oh, that's right. You're so rich and you work at such a fancy place, don't you? So I guess that should mean that you have enough money to figure this out all on your own, don't you? Well, good luck with it.
Wait, no. Hold on. Don't go. Please. Lucila left the house. She said she didn't want to take care of our kids.
Well, you're their father too, aren't you? Maybe you should step up and try acting like one for once.
But I have to go to work. How am I supposed to watch over the kids if I have to be in the office 8 hours of the day?
I don't know, Carlos, but you were the one who put Mom through all of this and treated her like a servant. So you've really got some nerve coming back to us and trying to ask for help. If you really want help, maybe you should try going to ask your in-laws and leave us alone.
Please. You don't understand. Lucila told me that if I don't get Mom back to do all the chores around here, that she would divorce me.
Wow. Sounds to me like you really know how to pick them then, don't you, Carlos? But you know what? Your marriage is none of my business. And it isn't Mom's job to hold it together through her own sweat and tears. You got yourself into this mess, and it's not our job to help you out of it. So why don't you act like an actual adult and take responsibility for your actions? After that, Carlos realized that no help was coming from us. He tried calling everyone he could to try and watch his children, but finally, he had no choice but to ask his in-laws. He thought that Lucia might have gone back to stay with them for the time being, but they had no idea where she had gone. After some investigating, Carlos managed to track her down to another man's house. Even in spite of her affair, after losing his family, Carlos didn't want a divorce. Lucia, on the other hand, only wanted a divorce and hired a lawyer to force Carlos to accept. After the divorce, Carlos began bugging Mom and I and begging for us to take him back, but we weren't having it. Realizing that we weren't going to budge on the matter, Carlos's calls became fewer and fewer until we stopped hearing from him at all. It was only months later that Mom finally said she wanted to talk to Carlos again. Or rather, she didn't want to lose her grandchildren because of what her son did. So now we're cautiously restarting a relationship with him, but it's going to be a long time before things are back to normal.
I just got home from work, Nicole. Where are you and Maya at?
Right now, we're out having dinner together.
So you guys went out to eat again today? Recently, I feel you both have been going out to eat a little bit too often.
Why does that concern you? The only reason we have to eat out so much anyway is because Maya has auditions to become a child star so often. And as her reward for doing all of that work at such a young age, we go out to eat.
Wait, you trying to get Maya to become a child star now?
Yes, that's what I've been trying to do. It's not that crazy for my girl to become a celebrity, is it?
I understand that Maya is a very cute little girl, but if she's going to be doing all kinds of auditions like that at a young age, then I wish I could have had a say in some things.
Why? It's not like you have any idea about the world of acting, Jesse.
Whether I know anything about it or not, I'm a little worried for her. I've heard a lot of bad stories about what happens to child stars and idols.
She was the one that wanted to do all of this. And so far, it seems like a lot of the agents are liking her. Are you not happy to hear that she's doing well?
I think that's amazing for her, but... Well, you remember all the warnings Maya got from her school recently, right? She doesn't behave herself in class, and she's always talking back to the teachers. I feel that before we start putting her through all those auditions, we should be trying to fix her behavior in school. And I'd also like to have a bit more time with my daughter as well.
Well, look, right now, I don't think Maya really cares about you that much, okay? I'm sure you can see that yourself, right? She doesn't care to listen to you about all your boring talk. Even this morning, she just ignored you when you tried asking about how she's been feeling. No kid cares about how they're feeling at this age. They just want to have fun and play games.
I'm sure that's the case, but I don't think that's a good enough reason to just let her focus on auditioning and not improving her behavior.
You have no idea what it's like to be a young girl, do you? She's in high school now, and at that time, no girl wants to listen to a thing their dad says.
I'm sure that's true, but...
That's why you need to keep all your feelings about this to yourself. Oh, by the way, I didn't make anything for you for dinner. Just go ahead and make something yourself. I'm sure there was some frozen dinners in the fridge for you still.
Alright.
Also, can you take care of the laundry for us? Right now, all the hampers are completely full, and we can't put any more clothes into them.
I guess I can deal with that too. But recently, I feel you've been avoiding the chores quite a lot. I feel that during the day while I'm at work and Maya's at school, you could be handling all of that.
I happen to be busy myself. Also, are you expecting that I do all the chores myself?
That's not what I think. But I just feel that these days I've been the one doing most of the chores.
Just because you have to pick up the slack every so often doesn't mean you get to complain about it. I swear, there are days you act nothing like a man. We have been married for well over 15 years now, and yet you still don't seem to understand that the man has to work the hardest. You're a lost cause at times. I want you to get better, all right? And start supporting your family like a dad and husband should.
I've been doing my best, though. And when it comes to the work I'm having to do, there are some things I'd like to say.
I don't care about what you have going on at work, all right? I wouldn't be able to understand most of it anyway. Dessert just came to the table, so see ya.
Okay. Be safe on your way home tonight. It's pretty dark out now, and if you want, you both can take the taxi home instead of a bus.
You don't have to give us permission to do that. We were planning on using a taxi anyway. Now make sure you get that laundry all taken care of before we get home.
Nicole, I'm thinking of making dinner for everyone tonight. Are you and Maya going to be around to eat any of it?
I'm sorry. Maya and I are headed out right now to go eat dinner.
Then I'll come along with you both as well. Where are you both planning on eating at?
Hey, no way. Why do you want to come?
Why do I want to come to dinner? Because for a while now, we haven't been able to eat a single dinner together. So...
Listen, Jesse, are you going to read the frickin' air anytime soon?
What?
Maya does not want to eat anything with you. That's why we've been going out to eat so often these days. Or we'll have dinner before you're able to get home.
Is that what's going on?
You really are so thick-headed, Jesse. I think I know the reason why you haven't become any better at being a husband and dad.
You don't have to say things to me like that.
Maya just ended up failing one of her auditions, so at the moment she's under a lot of stress. And I am trying to get her to relieve all that stress. So would you please stop trying to get in our ways while I'm trying to help her feel better? Especially when just the other day you were asking her all about how school was going. You really can't read the air, can you?
I'm sorry? I'm trying my best to be supportive of Maya and what she wants to do. But at times, when I'm looking at her, she doesn't seem that interested in becoming a child star. She doesn't seem to have the drive that you're wanting to make it seem like she has. I feel as though if she wants to find out what she really wants to do in life, she should be going to school and studying with the rest of the kids.
Jesse, do you think that because you went to such a good school and everything that your daughter will want to turn out the same as you? A nerd?
That's not what I think. But I do feel that she should be focusing on studying a bit more.
You went to all those great schools, and yet all you are now is some simple businessman, right? And office worker, to be honest. You have no right talking about what she wants to do or not. There are plenty of people in this world that didn't bother taking school seriously, and right now they are working jobs that make 10 times the amount you make.
I know there are people like that in the world, and I get what you're trying to say. But that's not that common of a thing, and those people have a lot of strength and determination to make that kind of money. For those of us that lack that strength, it's best to keep going to school and learning what we want to do with ourselves.
Maya told me this as well. She does not give a crap what her dull father has to say about her. You should be aware of the position you're in and stay there, please. She doesn't care about what you say, and neither do I. Because every word that comes out of your mouth is dull and depressing. Honestly, these days I've been having a hard time myself talking to you because you drive me up the wall.
How does me just simply conversing with you make you so upset?
Because you've become so annoying to both myself and Maya. Telling me that I'm slacking off from doing the chores? I'm going out to eat too much and leaving you home alone? And now you're trying to make it seem as though it's my fault Maya doesn't want to be around you?
I never said anything about it being your fault, and I wasn't trying to warn you about going out to eat or not doing the chores either. I've just noticed you not doing any chores now. And you take Maya out late at night a lot to go eat. I would just like for you to be around the house a bit more, dealing with some of the chores, and eating with me.
Well, if that's what you want from me, then perhaps you need to become a husband that deserves all of that from me first. As of right now, I don't want to be around you anymore.
Did I do something wrong to you? If there's something specific that you're upset about, please tell me right now. I would like for us to discuss my problems to you, and then come to a good conclusion.
It's obnoxious that you try and act like you have it all figured out and want to solve these problems. I'm sure you are right about all of that. I'm sure it is the right thing to sit down and talk about all the problems I have with you, but here's the thing. I don't love you anymore.
And to me, I think of you and Maya as the two most important things in the world.
And I'm trying to say that I don't care to hear that from you. Because you never make it seem like we're that important. That's why Maya hates you right now. If you would like for us to continue being a family, then stop talking to us and let us have our fun. We like you best when you shut up and just go to work. So go back to doing that, please. Jesse, Maya and I are leaving.
What? Leaving?
Let's get a divorce. I left some divorce paperwork on the table for you.
Wait a second. A divorce? can you give us one chance to talk all this through in person?
I will not talk to you about this anymore. That's why the both of us are leaving now.
Nicole, if there's been something I've been doing wrong, I will apologize for it. That's why I would like for you to tell me what it is that you have not been happy about. Tell me exactly what's wrong.
I already told you before.
And I'd like to hear from Maya as well.
Right now, Maya totally approves of this divorce. She's been telling me she doesn't need some dull father like you anymore. That's how she feels.
And after the divorce, what are you guys going to do?
You're asking me that? Well, we're both going to live the life we want.
I don't really want to say this, but you've only ever been a housewife, right? And Maya's still in high school. So when she has to go to college, it'll cost a lot of money. Of course, I'll help pay for her to go to college, but what about paying for a place to live? And food?
Would you stop talking to me about all that when you barely make $2,000 a month? You don't have to worry about how I'll get my money. Right now, the both of us are about to have a much better life than we had with you, which means I won't even need child support from you.
What are you talking about?
Well, Jesse, I'm going to get married to another man now.
What?
My boyfriend is a business owner.
Wait a second, Nicole! Boyfriend? What are you actually saying right now? Have you been cheating on me with someone else?
Don't call it cheating, please. Both he and I love one another is all. And because of you, I've been forced to fall into his arms.
So you're not even going to try to hide it from me?
That's right. And that's why I don't even need any of our property in this divorce. And if you want to get a settlement from me for this, go right ahead and take what you want.
Has Maya been aware of you cheating on me as well, with another man? And yet is still totally fine with the divorce?
Of course. She's met with him plenty of times now already. And recently we've all been going out to dinner together, the three of us. And Maya is really happy that she's going to have a father with loads of money soon.
I see. Well, if that's the case, then there's nothing left for me to tell you.
Then it's a divorce, right?
I'm going to talk with a lawyer about this, and have him make some official paperwork up for this divorce. And once everything is concluded, leave me alone, please. That's part of why I want the official paperwork made. Also, I'll need you to sign these papers for me, and then the divorce will be complete.
You really have to drag things on, even when everything should be over with? Well, whatever. This will finally be the chance I've been wanting to leave a dull and depressed husband like you. So sure, I'll wait for you to send me those papers. Jesse, have you been ignoring all of the calls and texts from Maya? She's been telling me that you haven't been replying to her or anything. She is trying to get a hold of you because it's an emergency. Reply to her, please.
What do you want? Wasn't it you that asked me to never talk with either one of you again? We made that promise already, so I'm just doing as we promised.
Your daughter is telling you that she wants to meet with you. You should be more focused on seeing her than keeping that promise to me.
But you told me that no matter what, I was not to talk to you or her. That is what you told me in front of my lawyer when we both were signing those papers, right? And we both agreed that if the promise were to be broken, the one who went against the promise would owe the other party $10,000.
Well, we don't have to care about that right now. Please, that girl is in trouble right now.
Why is she in trouble? When we were getting the divorce, you told me every day was so much fun for you two.
Right now, things haven't been going very well between me and my boyfriend.
And?
And, are you not worried about us?
Not really. You told me that it was Maya's choice as well to go with you, and to leave me behind forever. Right? So I really don't care about either of you now. Shouldn't you be the one to handle her problems for her?
Right now, there are a lot of things going on between my boyfriend and I, though. Also, I want to care most about Maya and how she's doing. That's why I want to leave this guy and come home.
What? What do you mean by come home?
Come home to you! I'm totally okay with marrying you again as well. He and I haven't done anything legal yet, so I can make it happen. As long as you're able to work some more for us, I'll be willing to come live with you.
No freaking way, lol. I'm done living the life as your guy's ATM. It's been amazing living by myself now and having all the things I wanted in luxury, lol. So that's why you can stop bothering me now, lol. Because every day of my life since the divorce has just been so relaxing and peaceful for me.
Huh? Luxury? Jesse, where are you living right now?
I'm not telling you that. I'd hate to have trespassers on my property. But I'll let you know that my yard is huge, and I have my own swimming pool as well. I even have to rely on some lawn care workers to take care of my property. And in order to keep myself company here, I got myself a massive dog, lol.
Why? How did you end up getting a house like that to live in?
That's because I left the company I was at and started my own. And right now I've been selling applications I've made as well as other programs. Due to that, I've been getting some pretty massive amounts of money from very large companies.
Huh? I never heard about you doing things like that.
I'm sure you didn't. This all happened after the divorce. So, was there a reason for me to be telling you? And it's been half a year now since the divorce, right?
But normally one would talk about things like that. Had you told us you had all of that money coming in, then Maya and I could have been asking for you to get things for us.
Why? Why would I ever give you guys anything when you specifically asked me to never talk to you guys again? Also, you guys happen to have a rich man yourselves now, right? Business owner?
But things haven't been going well between us.
Ha! You did say that. So, is it going to kick you both out of his place? Hence why you're trying to get in touch with me. You thought that since the man you cheated on me with is going to throw you out now, you could just wander back over to me and get remarried? Things haven't changed at all, have they? You're still messing with me like old times, lol.
Jesse, right now Maya and I are in big trouble. He's asking us to leave his house by the end of the month.
And I care?
If you don't do something to help us, then Maya won't be able to go to her high school anymore.
Oh no! And? You told me that school isn't that important anyways, right? There are people that never cared for schooling, and they're making 10 times the amount I am, right? So make sure she ends up like one of those people, and you'll be fine.
But at the very least, she should graduate from high school, right?
I see. Fine. As the last thing I'll ever do for Maya, I'll make sure she can finish high school by paying for her last year. But you are going to have to take care of the rest.
You're only going to pay for her to go to school? Then where is she going to live? And what about food? She needs money to be able to live as well, right?
It's either I pay for her last year at that private school, or I don't. You should be more than capable of managing money for things like housing and food yourself. You made that pretty clear to me when you divorced me.
And that's because I thought my boyfriend would take care of us.
This isn't about your boyfriend. It's about you. I'm saying you should be capable as an adult and a mother of taking care of yourself and your child. Or are you trying to tell me you don't want to give any effort and only rely on men for their money? Have you not been thinking about how to care for Maya in case there was no man in the equation for you anymore? Seems to me like you're just a parasite. Why don't you try sucking it up and actually living like a productive member of society for once?
Jesse, do you not care at all about the two of us?
No.
I understand that Maya and I weren't always that nice to you back then,
That's right.
but I had been your wife for 15 years and you had a daughter with me. We were happy back then as well, right?
And you were the one that destroyed all of that. So? Also, there's one person that I care just a tiny bit about, and that's Maya. As for you, I don't give a crap what happens to you. You could honestly die right now, and I wouldn't shed a tear.
But without me, Maya won't be able to live.
I'm not sure about that.
Huh?
Maya hasn't come back home to you, right?
That's right, but
I talked with her today. Just for a minute or two, though. And after that, I had to go to my parents' house.
why?
Because Maya didn't want to be with you anymore. She realized that by going with you in the divorce, she made a huge mistake. She was crying to me about how she wanted to take school seriously and live a normal life for someone her age.
She would never say something like that. She was so happy to have such a good life with me.
She was going on about how you would never do any of the chores, and when she got home, you forced her to do all of them? And from what she was telling me, the man you call your boyfriend happens to have plenty of other women that he sleeps with as well? As well as you and him always fighting every day when he got back home from work. She told me that too.
I wasn't fighting with him because I wanted to. She saw just how hard things have been for me with that guy. Why does she think she can just leave me like that? I have given her so many things. She's been using me for so many months now, and she thinks she can just leave?
To kids, they would much rather have love and care, rather than things. Well, she's not even a kid, is she? She's a teen, and understands the value of love even more now. Anyway, Maya's found what she wants to do with herself. She even went and apologized to me and my parents for everything she'd done. So would you please leave her and I alone now? If you start trying to force her to go back to you, then I'm going to call the police.
The police? Why would you do something like that to me?
Because you happen to be her mother, but Maya doesn't feel safe or happy around you anymore. And since I don't have custody of her, there's nothing I can do. So the only option left for her is to take this to court and plead that you are in fact not fit to be her mother.
Hey, Jesse, I know I've been talking too much and said too much to you. I should have never blamed you for everything and took Maya with me as we left you, so I apologize for that. But the only reason I wanted that divorce was for Maya's happiness.
For her happiness? Don't you mean your own happiness? You were the one that was manipulating her into believing she could never be happy with me as well, right? You told her that if she came crying to me wanting to stay, that you would force her onto the streets and leave her there. And I know now that this time you were trying to use her to come back to me. You wanted her to tell me that she wanted to be with me again. All so that I'd be happy and start giving you guys my money again.
You're wrong. That's not at all what I wanted. I realized that I needed a man like you back. The moment I started to live with this guy, I realized that he was nothing like you, Jesse. He wasn't kind to me. He didn't care about how I felt. But by the time I realized all of that, I had already asked for the divorce, so I couldn't say anything. I made a huge mistake.
Do you think I'm going to forgive you for something like that? I'm not the nice guy I was back when you were my wife anymore. So I'm not going to listen to you. I can't even stand the sight of you trying to make up excuses like that anymore.
Jesse, I've come to learn that you really are the perfect man. I'm so sorry that it took me so long to realize that, so please forgive me. I promise from now on that I'll only think about you and Maya. Please, let me become a perfect wife for you. I promise to show you just how much I've changed.
It's too late for that. No matter what you try and show me, it's too late.
I really regret everything, though. The only man I love now is you.
I don't think so, lol. I don't think you love me at all. Rather, you love the fact that you can start leeching off of me again, lol. Your previous host stopped giving you money, so now you're back to the one who you know will always have a steady supply for you, right? I love that you always put me down for being dull and depressing as your husband. But at least I can say I'm not a nasty parasite, lol. After that, I came back to the US for a bit. From my house overseas where I had started my new life, My daughter had hurt me a lot and left me with plenty of scars. But she also apologized to me for all of it, which made me feel a lot better about her again. I understand that she was with her mother a lot more than me, so it was only natural that she'd start to think things like her mother as well. But now, she has made the choice to break away from her mother, and has told me she wants to work towards being a proper adult, just like me. She doesn't even know a thing about the money I'm making right now, and only came back to say that she was sorry to me, and that she didn't want any part of her mother anymore. And unlike the excuse for an apology that Nicole tried to use, I know that my daughter is real, and that she really regrets what she had done. Seeing a daughter like that has really shown myself that I do still care for her. And that's why from now on, I'll make sure to support her. Also, I've noticed that she's a lot more serious about her schooling, and because of that, I'll make sure she can go to her private school until she graduates. As long as she continues to show me how much effort she's putting in. My daughter even asked me about living back in the US with her again. But I said for her to stay with my parents, as I have a life of my own on the other side of the world. I would much rather be where I feel comfortable supporting my daughter than back in the town that's left me with so many bad memories. When it comes to my ex, she managed to make one appearance at my parents' house. But when my parents told her that Maya wasn't there, she had a small panic attack before leaving their yard and going away. Since then, she hasn't sent any messages to myself or Maya, and she hasn't gone back to my parents' house. So she must have found herself a new guy to latch onto now. Or perhaps she found herself a way to make money. But as long as she's not doing anything to harm my daughter, I really don't care what she does with her life. However, I really hope that whatever she's doing doesn't lead her back around me ever again. It's been a year now since then, and on my daughter's summer break, she comes over to see me. There's a little bit of distance between us, but not nearly as much as there was a year ago. And the atmosphere around us no longer feels cold. Also, Maya's grown up a lot since then, and I can tell she's a lot more relaxed and focused. It even appears as though she's becoming stronger than me in terms of going after new goals. So in order to not fall into second behind her, I'm going to challenge myself to some new things as well. I'm sure that things between her and I will never go back to the way they were years and years ago. But even if that can't happen, I will continue to support in anything she's wanting to do. And when she has problems, I enjoy having her come to me with them. It feels great being able to talk with her again, and be updated on the life she's going through. And in order to keep things going between us, I'll make sure I'm never that dull and boring father I was to her before the divorce. And I'm hoping she notices that. Thanks for watching and listening! We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Also, feel free to leave a comment about what you thought of the story. We look forward to seeing you at the next story.